This is the time of Phyrexia. And I will be the player. We also want the creature to get all the tokens. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and we have a mono-white Reanimator today, and you probably know what is the main card for this deck. Invoke Justice. Let's discuss this card. Joke. Of course you want the new card, so for the new cards, here, Soul Partition, one of my lately favorites. So the meat of the deck is kinda the same as usually, but the targets we are reanimating are definitely not. Portal to Phyrexia, my favorite card, but this card absolutely smacks. So a casual 9-mana artifact, when this comes into play, your opponent sacrifices 3 creatures, so basically a real sweeper, except like token decks when they usually can have more than 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's Phyrexian. So basically you can destroy a lot of creatures and you start getting them back in a weird Phyrexian form. Man, I love the flavor on this card. It's just like, first you destroy everything and then it slowly starts to turn into Phyrexians. Like, you know, the same creature but very, very different. Alright, we also have Cityscape Leveler. 8 mana, 8/8 with trample. Already fun, right? And when you cast this spell and whenever this attacks, you destroy up to 1 target non-permanent and the owner gets a consolation prize of useless power stone, basically. So this has interesting modes. It has a nerf 8, so you can pay it and you can cast it from your graveyard. It gains haste and you sacrifice at the end step, so it means you get 1 attack. But in each of the modes, you always get this effect of destroying non-land permanent. When you cast it, it doesn't have haste, but it destroys something. When you use a nerf, you don't cast it, but you hit, right? So you always get something. And the fact that it can destroy a card every single turn means this has to be answered. You will see it in the video. On which side, that's a different story. But for Portal of Phyrexia is kinda the main goal for this one, so that's why we run 4 and 2 Cityscape Levelers. And just for the record, guys, caring about your wildcards. Like, this deck kinda surprised me, because the idea is reanimate, so of course you discard by Eiganjo, Benalia, and Raffine Informant, that's the idea. And then you reanimate this at turn 5, and you are super happy because you won the game, or just this one. But I have noticed that if we don't go for the main resurrection plan, having Emperor back from the graveyard and all the counters from Invoke Justice on those like 2-drops is usually enough to win the game. So I think it is possible that if you want to save your wildcards, wait with the Cityscape Leveler. This one, probably don't craft 4 if you are short on wildcards, but this seems to be a big card in current standard. I think 1 or 2 won't hurt you. If you are thinking about 4, it's probably this kind of reanimator decks, right? Or cheating into the battlefield. So be careful with this one, but especially with this one. However, we really like the results. Like, we won all the games in the Mythic. We didn't play a lot, but you know, we are playing in high Mythic with this kind of stuff and we are beating meta decks. So I'm kinda happy with these results. It might be due to the secret tech. Yeah. Hook said that mana base in mono white can be boring. Yeah, we took all the art styles. I know it's extremely important. So we have 3 blast zones, and in the mono white deck it actually helps so much, especially against things like mono blue. Man, they cannot counter land, and that's a big deal. I also used 1 dig site just to check it. I still don't know, but it seems fine. If you have 1 color, you generally want to use mana base to your advantage. So this is the deck. Other than this, it's the usual sweeper, Emperor, AO. AO can put counters and kill opponent, or just fish for Emperor on more lands, things like this. And yeah, pretty sweet deck, I would say. And let's go into the games, but before you do it, I kindly ask you for subscription, because we are doing quite a lot of content for the new set and I hope you will like it. So if you want to support the channel, subscribe, like, comment, all of this really helps with YouTube. And I think we really need to say this, that I'm super thankful for you guys. Like, we didn't say about this too much lately, but I'm really thankful for all your support, all your comments. Like, you were really cool for me. And the channel is basically only thanks to you. Like, it's really rewarding to see you guys enjoy the deck. So thank you, and I hope you will enjoy this one as well. So see you in the game. Alright, we're going first with Soul Partition and Emperor. I will take it. I would prefer something like Eiganjo. Man, Eiganjo is a huge deal in this deck. Man, like you... the lands are just getting me. Alright, so we get rid of Talia that will not be able to get... Oh man, is this really Talia into Anointed Peacekeeper and we won't be able to play our cards and we hit no sweeper? Alright, the bait. The bait is real, 1 damage. Acquired. How do they always have it? Like, isn't it just ridiculous? You know, 10 mana, Portal to Phyrexia, easy. We definitely need Eiganjo as a land, so we just say go. And this will be Anointed Peacekeeper for the Emperor. So, oh man, that's so lame. If they cast Anointed Peacekeeper, there is they should definitely attack first, because that forces us to remove Talia. Otherwise, they get training and way too much damage. Adeline, oh, the greed, the actual greed. Wow, this is a big deal. I think we have to get rid of the Adeline now. It means that our next turn absolutely sucks. If we get rid of Talia, what do? They attack, we create a token, block the 1/1 dude. This grows, we feel bad. Oh man, I think we just need to take 4 damage a turn forever. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. Like, Adeline is just scaling like crazy. This is also scaling, but not like crazy. It's just super nicely scaling. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. First of all, let's do the thing. And you know, guys, if we can get to Portal of Phyrexia, and we can, maybe, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this is the better one. It's always 3 for 1, right? I will put the stop. They deserve some stopping. At least on the main phase. I probably won't go into the combat phase. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm tryharding. Are you happy? Yeah, yes, I am. This is the Emperor. So, okay, so they want me to block, so they play Emperor, trade here. Oh, that sucks. That's lame. I don't like it at all. Okay, you got it. It could be a bluff, and that would mean they save this. But I just don't feel they are playing at this level. But maybe they got me. Maybe they did not have an Emperor. And honestly, it's very possible they just bluffed like the hell out of me. Because I think you still play the Emperor in those positions and they did not. So that's a big deal. We need to kill Talia. It kinda sucks, but we have to do it like this. If he's a very, very good player, he knows what the deck is about. Like, we gave him all the clues so far. And it means that he knows that if he doesn't attack with Talia and we don't draw a land, we cannot cast Invoke Justice and we cannot make the main game plan. So then he won't attack with Talia, he won't tap her, and we cannot use the Emperor. He kills the Emperor, then Talia is still here, we don't draw land, we lose. That's the scenario that would likely happen. Or at least is at great risk of happening. And now he knows. Oh, if you pump all the mana into it, bro, it's not happening. Oh, I'm absolutely happy for this one. Sure, enjoy your Emperor, because this is the time of Phyrexia. And I will be the player. We also want the creature to get all the tokens. I mean, I feel very good, not sure about you. Oh, that felt glorious. That felt so glorious. We did the right call. Adeline was the thing in the end. Give me my rank, please. My rank? Okay, top 500. Easy. Alright, our opponent is going first. We have Depopulate, and that has to do because we don't have much else. Like, we don't have early game. We have only like mid. Oh no! Are you still here? Man, when I see this island, the reaction is always the same. Oh no. Oh no. So, yeah, I don't think we have very good matchup. Like, we basically try to play around. Oh man, it will be hard. It will be hard. Like, in my head, I'm already lost the game, but we will see. We are definitely drawing very top heavy. We need to just go. Whatever he has, we need to force him to at least use it. At least we don't have creatures, so this will be a dead card for a while. Make disappear, easy. So if he just draws counter spell every single turn, we won't be able to double spell and threaten the aberration, because our removal is expensive. And his cards are not. I guess we could just go for the blast zone, but he will just phase it out, or, you know, something ridiculous like this. 4 mana, so this means that we do not do anything. He might cast first for knowledge, and then we cast the Emperor. Easy. And now he will phase it out, maybe. Or maybe not. Okay, nice. So, we can, man, I always feel that I shouldn't even be in those games, but somehow we always sneak something that shouldn't be the case. But in reality, he will cast Jin, we will cast Depopulate, and he will cast a counter spell, and that would probably end the game, I think. After first, he should really have stuff. That would suggest he doesn't have a basic island, and he has a basic island. Terror. You know what, like, so far, it doesn't seem so bad, honestly. So, Depopulate is basically the same as Invoke Justice, right? So we could do what? We could get Eiganjo back? No, we can make the Emperor. So we can create Samurai, that will be a 6/6. He just discarded Fading Hope because he thinks we are control deck. If something works, it will be this. The only difference between Depopulate and this is Syncopate. But I really hope, okay, we will think. I really hope he left the mana for Essence Scatter and not one of the other cards. It's a risk, but we have to take it. Emperor is nice. Is Eiganjo better? It gives us lands. And we have the Emperor. Nah, it's still the Emperor. Like, Emperor is so good. If he has Fading Hope, it's absolute bet, super bet, we lose bet. So I really hope he doesn't, but guys, he has 2 cards that we don't know of, and he discarded like counter spells, so yeah. Like, we will do it again, but it's getting harder and harder every turn. Easy. I gladly take my 5 damage for the turn. Like, it's not the worst. So it's either Invoke Justice or trying to hit him with the Emperor. We definitely don't want to cast creatures. So that was a negate. This is an Essence Scatter, so we should hit the negate part. Emperor can hit during his turn and then we can pressure better. It's probably this, right? I'm not exactly sure about this play, like, things can go wrong. Alright, that was no end step interaction. That would suggest he doesn't have anything except counter spells. Alright, so he attacks first. Now this is the Emperor time. And he might do a lot of stuff. Hard negate. Okay, now we know that we need to block, especially if we want to depopulate, right? The only exception would be if we want to invoke Justice for Emperor 5. If we draw a land, we can pay the tax. And then we get Emperor to kill this and Samurai to kill this. That's a big deal. I will take my 3 damage, or 5 damage. Like, we can block next turn unless he draws Fading Hope, and it's worth the risk. Because if we draw right, this can be a big difference. You need to tap for each, okay, good. Or maybe not good, but okay, we got the land. We got the land. So, for some reason I just feel scared not to have the colorless mana. And it will be the Wandering Emperor together with this. Like, we're really doing best job we can against this kind of deck. Like, I really feel that we are at least pressuring them every turn with game-winning play. It went through, guys. It actually went through. Okay, it's Ward 2. Okay. Kairi has Ward 3. Just to make sure, you know? I will. It can be March, but we will know before, yeah. I mean, not March, but phase out. So we have to trade. We deal 6 damage. Not perfect, but it's okay. I don't want to +1 because then Fading Hope just kills us, and in this way at least he needs to trade and he needs to have a card and he needs to waste it. You know, like, stuff is happening. And right now we have Emperor and he has not a lot of cards. 1 card to go. So if he has Syncopate, he can force us to pay 2. Make disappear, pay 2. It means we are going for the cheapest removal ever. Man, I always feel like I don't have chance against those decks, and somehow we are just making it work. I always feel this is just not perfect play on our opponent's side, but not sure. But he had Fading Hope. That was one of the cards that win him the game. I think we might still lose it because he just drew so many new cards. That's a Delver. I mean, Delver is actually not the problem. Like, we will just use the Blast Zone probably. We need 2 lands for Portal. And he's always keeping the Essence Scatter thing. So we need 3 mana, so we cannot do it this turn anyway. I mean, this is something. Oh man, lands seem really good here. If he flips, he wins the game. If we fare well, like, this is basically the best, but we can maybe choose, right? I think this is the play. We make the dude, and if he flips, we sacrifice the Blast Zone. I will go with this. I don't think we need a stop, but I'm definitely not losing to this one. He didn't reveal. Okay, so it's not. Sorry, I always double click it. So it was probably a land or a creature. If they don't play land, it should be a creature, right? Unless they are smart and banking and for first. That's a hard one. We do not put counters. This is our out, basically. I mean, let's put a counter. Like, the play is the same. He's at 12, man, that's not a lot. They don't have flash creatures. If we play Raffine, we can still blow the Blast Zone, so it's absolutely fine. It also gives us chance to hit a land, and then we can top deck another land. Okay, they used it. That's fine. That's fine. Then the Leveler might go through. Okay, so they really wanted to use it. That's fine. Just for the record, I don't think you need full control on this. Alright, but it still helps because they cannot cast Impulse in response to whatever we will do. Now they need to have the answer in hand. Alright. Man, like Blast Zone is a thing. Like, trading land for your opponent, one of the win conditions, is pretty big. It's still super hard, but you can see that he's trying to dig, because right now he actually is losing in the board. Somehow. Nobody knows how. Easy, next Delver. But to be fair, with double impulse, that's something you generally should, you know, consider that it will happen. And that's the land that we needed for the Leveler. It's fine. So we cannot risk flipping, right? We have to fare well. That will not be great. Oh man, oh man. And we will go for graveyards as well, I think. Even though I know we are using the graveyard, but they are using it more. Okay, it went through. That's a big deal. Now we make a token. 2-turn timer. And we have, you know, a casual 8-drop and 9-drop. What the good part is that would really? Okay, let's see the priority. There is a priority. Oh man.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Oh, that sucked. Maybe I should just go for the token and just go with this. Okay, let's eat the Fading Hope. Did he really top deck it? Yeah, I think he did. Oh, Otawara. Okay. Why? Okay, I see. Another 9-drop. Oh man, this is going weirdly so far. So, probably the most awkward game against mono blue so far. Let's keep going. Okay, that was no priority. Alright, we don't have target. You need target to put the counters, unfortunately. And we don't have permanent. But it's just one more turn. I do not mind the restoration. It also means that next turn we are going for the portal. And that's a cosmic play. I know the joke was absolutely awful. But we can discard at the upkeep something, and even if he tries to play, like he needs to play a blocker or hit a Fading Hope. Oh, he's digging for the Fading Hope. I cannot believe, guys, we won this game. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like, that should not happen. Portal to Phyrexia. Oh, that's glorious. That's absolutely glorious. I will make another token, because, you know, the good game could be a bait. Okay, it wasn't. Nice. I cannot believe we won this. I felt like there's no even point in playing, and we somehow sneak all the big spells around, and we broke the 500 even. Alright, we're going first. I mean, the lands are not perfect, right? But with Raffian Informant, I hope we can make it work. The famous last words, basically. Oh man, Soul Partition definitely gives us a lot of time. Okay, that's a good draw. We just need one more land. Just one land. That's everything I ask. Soul Partition might be incredibly needed in this game, but I think we get rid of one of them. Not really for the counter, but mostly to keep Depopulate. Like, we can force him to make a wider board thanks to this, and when we Depopulate, we might get a lot of value. This might be our out. Man, Restoration of Eiganjo is such a deal this turn. Man, we basically drew 2 lands just for 1. So the most important choice of the game. Let's go for the new one. Everyone is so excited about the planes, I know. So this is mono black, but it seems to be the control version, right? So Trespasser? Easy. Nothing changed in the meta. Exactly the same as always. Perfect, that's how we play Magic. Alright, so he will Smork us, we will be at 16. We can kill the thing. The problem is that I don't really want to get rid of anything. Do I discard? Not really, not really. We don't get any benefit, we can just play untapped land and it's just better. Alright, so we can keep trading. We can even just kill the Trespasser if we care. It's not bad in all honesty. We also don't switch to nighttime. You know what? I will do it. You never like to pay the card, but I will. And I think Soul Partition had its time. Now it's more about the big plays. Alright, do we attack? He might play whatever, like Short Dead and attack with the Bankbuster. So I think it's not the correct call. Yeah, I think it will be Short Dead. Like, why would you miss your curve, right? If you are a good player at Magic, you just play 3 and 4 and 5. If you are bad, you miss on something. Like, we didn't miss on a drop. 2, 3, 4. Good Magic. Invoke Justice. We definitely will need one more land. Alright, and he wants the card. Smart, smart. That's really good play. So he didn't really waste a card, and he got rid of the Emperor. And as you can see, right now we are in a bit of a trouble. So first we attack. We don't need to protect anything. And he cannot make a Pirate or anything. Alright, there was literally no reason to ever do it, so I'm really thankful he did. And I personally do not really agree. Unless the okay, so that could be a suggestion. I think it might mean they invoke Despair. I'm not sure. But I will still play this. We need to hit the last land. Alright. We can skip on the Depopulate now. And we do it so the Blast Zone can trigger. Like, you know, we can pump it to 2 counters and maybe threaten the Bankbuster. Who knows, who knows. And this is why I didn't like the for the troll play. He missed on the card. And we are down to 2 cards, so he should just go for the full value and try to basically outvalue our deck. Told you. Double Bankbuster. I'm not sure if he knows how Blast Zone works, but we will definitely teach him this lesson. So you add it to 2. It will kill our all informants, right? So we can also go for alternate play and try to kill him as soon as possible and go for the Emperor. It's pretty tempting as well. Yeah, okay, I will do it. We will go for the Emperor, and I will be the player. No triggers. We still go like this,
I'm not overconfident.
right? What they have? Invoke Despair? Yeah, this is the best. So we go like this. That's 10 damage out of nowhere. And in all honesty, we are going wide, because black does not have a sweeper right now. They might have something like Path of Peril, but so far I don't really see decks using it, so I will just gamble they don't play it. Yeah, and they might... See, that's how we play. We just pressured them with Invoke Justice, and I think they misplayed this conception how to play the game. I'm not sure, but it felt this way. I would go much more control style. Alright, our opponent goes first. That's super unfortunate. We have such a good hand on the play, but we will take it, we will take it. And we get some ramp maybe. I mean, we can definitely discard some things. Like Reveler will probably not come into play. Let's see, the first Bankbuster. That's a weird mana, man. First time I've seen this one, I think. Nice, I really enjoyed this one. So, let's go for Eiganjo. Like, I mean, we need to decide which of the lands we need. I think this is the one. I think this is the one that will win us the game. Definitely not the other ones. So, next turn we can do stuff. But we probably just reanimate the Bankbuster or go for the ramp. Yeah, going to ramp is pretty good, I think. That's short red. I mean, short red is never something you really want to see, but it is what it is. We are at 18. We have some more time. And let's just ramp. Oh man, I need to be careful which one I will discard, because the art is different, so it's actually disadvantage. It means that your opponent can decide which one he sees. Alright, and we do it like this. I hope for the Emperor, but if not, we just keep drawing cards. I guess maybe we should go for the Leveler, but that was kinda risky. Oh, you love to see it. Our gamble paid off. It might be some kind of protection spell. They don't play blue, but they play green, so Tamio safekeeping, things like this. Like that mana was really obvious, to be absolutely honest. 4 mana left after, and not even used Bankbuster during the main phase. And you know, next time we get the stuff, they went for the Emperor. And I think it can destroy the Eiganjo as well if they want. But that's their full turn. It is 2 for 1. But you know what? We have stuff. We actually have so much stuff. So we can play the Raffine Informant and reanimate next turn something. But I think what we want to do is just play Raffine first. Yeah, we will just reanimate it next turn. We are what? Nearly, but we need more. So we will just get rid of this one. Go for the Bankbuster and start drawing cards. So this turn we created 3 creatures basically, and each one of them is threatening, and the one in the graveyard is even the most threatening. I'm not clicking it, I'm not highlighting it, we are pretending this never happened. And we can decide on the art. Yeah, our opponent is comparing which place is the better one. Cruelty. Oh, you love to see it. He will go for chapter 1, won't he? Oh, you sneaky. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is awkward situation. I mean, we are playing against kind of Reanimator deck, I guess, but he didn't cast the spell, so all he gets is an 8/8. We can kinda even destroy it if we want, but we don't have our own target. I mean, AO is pretty good draw. Alright, we have a lot of options. Like, we can put, what, 4 counters, so it will be 7, 8. We can draw cards, we can play AO. Like, we have really a lot of pace, if we care. And I think AO is best here. We just draw cards, we can crew the Bankbuster. Like, things are going well, and in the end, the big part of the Leveler is destroying something. It is a non-land though. So, like, you won't really cast it, you know? Unless you are an animator and you just go with the very high value Bard, but in this situation that's basically all he has. He doesn't have anything else, right? Alright, so we can put the counters if we care. Like, I will crew it. We don't need to crew it to put the counters, but I think that's pretty good. Now we let this die. Now we put the counters on each of our creatures. And suddenly our board is pretty scary. Now level... Oh my god, this word. Let's go for blockers. I mean, I do not mind this. And he cannot even kill both, so in the end he traded this for a 2 or 3 drop. And we even got the token. He might kill one of them, that's absolutely fine. And we'll just go with it. And we can draw a card from the Bankbuster, which is sweet. So he goes through with the 4 damage in the end. We get to draw a card, and Bankbuster is permanently bigger. And we can get something from the graveyard like AO and distribute the counters, so we still have a lot of value. I just want to draw cards from the Bankbuster, that's the big deal. I guess we want to kill it before the next attack, so if we draw something that gets rid of this, that would be quite good, but if not, it's still fine. And our opponent is trying to not die, and that's a smart choice. Emperor is pretty good, but I think Depopulate is even better. Oh man, is there any way to do it? I don't think there is. Yeah, we lack 1 mana. And we have... So if we activate this, we actually go mana neutral, because we spend this 1 mana and we get the treasure. And this why you can use this Power Stone, but it's not the best. I think we just kill it. I don't want to exile it in any freaking way. And we'll just make, you know, the Bankbuster thing. We have the Emperor. And let's see if he has another Cruelty of Gigs. Like, he shouldn't. He needs around 7-8 cards before he hits the next one. He skipped all the chapters, so no value. And it seems that he couldn't answer the Leveler.